Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm bringing you a replay in the A43 Black Prince Tier 6 Premium British Heavy Tank. Now, this is going to be the second video of the weekend. I've recorded one that you would have seen yesterday, where I just talk about a few things and explain my absence for the past few months. But when I started doing that video, I actually started quite enjoying doing the commentary again, so I've decided that as well as that video, I'm going to do this one just to have a proper gameplay related video, because those of you who watched yesterday's video will know that it was less gameplay oriented and more just me just talking about random shit. But this game I kept for the gameplay one because I think this is my first ever video in this tank, because I think it was my first ever game in this tank, and I might have only played one game in this tank. So it's a bit like, as the name implies, an A43 Black Prince. It's a prototype Black Prince at Tier 6. Now, it's got the old Black Prince gun, 171 pen, really nice premium pen of 239, so if you need to fight higher tier tanks, you can definitely at least pen them. And in this game, Tomb of Curtis in his Churchill 7. Now, a lot of people hate the Black Prince. I enjoyed the Black Prince when I played it. Now, I played it years ago, like before it got the buffed gun and everything, similar when the British line got buffed. So the last time I played the Black Prince was the old Black Prince when I was grinding the FE215B, and I liked it. Now yes, it was slow and yes, it had low alpha, but the reason I like the Black Prince is that compared to the tier 5 and 6 Churchills, I didn't feel like getting penned as much through the track weak point that the Churchills have, and the turret felt a lot stronger than the Black Prince. So like the Black Prince is the first time where I felt that I at least had a bit of armor for my speed, and I could side scrape in it, which you can't really do with the tier 6 and 5 Churchill. Now on this map, I was going to cross over, but I was too slow, solid of enemies coming over, and the fact most of our teams at the other side of the map, so I've decided I'm just going to sit here and hold, which this should be a tank good at side scraping. I'm going to test it out and see if I can. Now, as I said, I don't think I'm going to fire much in the way of premium this game, if any, because I've got 171 standard pen, which should be more than enough for everything in this game. And I've taken up a side scraping position on this wall. I'm just going to try and keep the enemy back. Now, you've got a pretty good rate of fire, but as I said, you don't have that alpha damage punch, which some people might not like on a heavy tank. So I managed to absorb one shot into the track. Now, that K85 has the big 122mm gun, so I need to be wary of that. Now, Object 244 trying to side scrape, but his turret's at the front, and he's got a slight angle on the front of that tank, so that's where you can pen a 244 if he tries to side scrape you. You can also pen him through the turret. Alternatively, if you're playing the T44, I'd recommend reverse side scraping to hide that frontal weak point on the hull. But either way, I have been penned once. I don't know if he penned me through the turret, where it might be an overmatch, or Cupola. But you see, me and this 244 have a bit of a side scrape duel. Now I need to be wary. Obviously the KV85 crossed over, and like someone else crossed over as well, so I might have some enemies to my flank in a moment. And actually, there's one shot there, so now I need to move forward. Now he thankfully didn't pen me, so I'm now going to take up, again, push forward, hide the lower plate, and side scrape. And already, I'm starting to enjoy this tank. Now there's the 122mm KV. Hits my tracks, they absorb it, I don't get penned. Usually in the tier 6 and 5 tech tree Churchill, if you get shot in the tracks at the front, you just get panned. Even if it's completely flat onto you and they don't go through your drive wheel. Curtis just been picked off, and I was going to push forward, but then I've got enemies flanking me, so I need to be a bit careful now. I've still got quite a lot of my hit points, but I don't know how many hit points all these enemies have. I can see that he's low health. I'm trying to think about the best course of action here. I don't want to cross over when there's multiple enemies potentially aiming down that road. And you can actually see that I'm back at the corner, and you see I'm constantly looking around. I'm trying to think of my next play here. And right now, I want to get to the cap circle without having to cross that road from where I was. So you see I'm taking the long way around to avoid crossing that road. And the enemies are going to try and go for a cap here, which is probably a good thing for them to try and do. Now, again, I'm going to side scrape the corner rather than just drive out there. And he gets behind the containers, but not good enough. Now, I know there's another enemy around there. I know the KV85 with the big gun still somewhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive out, and I'm going to spot it here. I'm going to bounce one shot from him. Oh, he's got the small gun. And now, after I fire, I'm going to keep moving backwards and forward so he hits my tracks instead of my lower plate. And again, you see, my tracks get taken off, but I don't get damaged. So, all in all in this game, I'm actually quite enjoying the A43 Black Prince. Now, it's not the most fun tank. I think it's got top speed of like 20 or 23 kilometers an hour. So, again, if you're not a fan of your slow vehicles, you don't really want to play this. And of course, the other part is, there's a lot of very competitive Tier 6 premium tanks. This is definitely not one of them. But it's a bit different. It's British, which for me, makes me like it quite a bit. It's got the nice penetration, which is a good factor on it. One, because you don't have to spam gold, and two, in those Tier 8 games, even against an IS-3, or even an OHO, you've got that premium pen where you can pen them. And that's one of the things for me when I play a tank. As long as I can pen people, I don't particularly mind being lower tier. That's why playing stock tanks sucks. I don't mind being bottom tier in a tank, but when you're stock and you can't pen the higher tier tanks, that means you can't get the XP to then level up quickly. If you can pen them, you can at least get more XP per game and get off that gun as quick as possible. Something else I should say as well, if you're watching this video, if you hear a bit of a buzzing, I apologise, I need a new headset. This one's quite old now, bit shit. Was going to use my PC headset, but I've lost the... It's got a USB connector thing. That you plug into the PlayStation, then plug the headset into, and it allows you to use it on PlayStation, but I've lost that temporarily, so I couldn't use that headset on here, which would have sounded a lot nicer. Now, I didn't get any more of that game, as I said, slow as fuck, but again, this tank, it's not bad, I quite like it. I came first, Curtis came second, just over 900 damage, 2 kills, 2000 damage block thanks to side scrape, which is kind of what this tank's all about. High caliber, steel wall, and first class. So, thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.